for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with ILTV's Morning Briefing.
Leaders across Israel are finally celebrating about the Paris Peace Conference. And it's all because of the, quote, weakened text of the summit's final joint declaration. The day-long summit came to a finish yesterday evening with a statement calling on Israel and the Palestinians to refrain from one-sided actions in their path towards peace. The declaration not only urged the two sides to restate their commitment to a two-state solution, but also to disassociate from voices that reject that goal. Israeli officials are also happy about the exclusion of the passages condemning the Israeli settlement enterprise that were included in the recent UN Security Resolution 2334. Just yesterday, the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry promised the Israeli Prime Minister that no further action against Israeli settlements is being planned at the UN Security Council. 70 different nations attended the Paris Peace Summit, which the French foreign minister claims was arranged to convey an international sense of urgency about the stalemate in the Israeli-Palestinian peace process. The Palestinian president says he respects the summit's final declaration and is committed to a two-state solution. Israeli security forces have just thwarted a Hamas terror attack that was being plotted from within the West Bank. Two unarmed operatives from Hebron are currently being detained for reportedly gathering intelligence ahead of the attack. The men were able to successfully enter Israel and return to Hebron at least one time before being arrested. Both are allegedly members of a larger cell planning kidnappings and shootings who have been stockpiling arms and explosives in a tunnel beneath a home in the Hebron area. The other three operatives have already been arrested by Palestinian officials. Yet another report on Israel's security successes from 2016 has been released, this time indicating that the Israeli army was able to prevent 1,226 attempts to smuggle illicit goods into the Gaza Strip through the Kerem Shalom crossing. The number demonstrates a significant increase over the previous year. In 2016, an average of almost 500 trucks loaded with goods entered the Gaza Strip, a record amount. Israel maintains a strict list of what goods are allowed into the coastal enclave as a means of preventing the production of weapons, the digging of terror tunnels, and the planning of terror attacks. Goods like drones, scuba gear, and drilling equipment are among just some of the items that are not allowed into Gaza. It looks like the Israelis and Palestinians can finally agree on something, and this time it's the need to develop and modernize the water supply in the West Bank. After a 6-year hiatus, Israel and the Palestinian Authority have finally signed an agreement to renew cooperation with a joint Israeli-Palestinian Water Committee. The committee will work towards providing better water access to Palestinian towns and villages by increasing water supplies to the Palestinian territories, drilling new wells, and updating water rates. And that's not all. Both sides have approved a joint strategic planning group to deal with unexpected population growth, and it will operate until 2040. Israelis are hailing the new agreement as an example of how it's possible for the two sides to reach understandings over practical issues without international involvement. The latest water agreement is one of 4 deals signed between the two sides over the past year and a half. Turning now to American-Israeli relations, it looks like American involvement in the Israeli-Palestinian peace process will be shifting into the hands of President-elect Donald Trump's Jewish son-in-law, Jared Kushner. Trump has just confirmed that he will be using Kushner to try to broker a peace deal between Israel and the Palestinians. The announcement comes just days after the controversial president-elect named the 36-year-old as a senior advisor in his upcoming administration, leading critics to accuse Trump of nepotism. The incoming leader says Kushner has been a, quote, tremendous advisor throughout his campaign and is proud that his son-in-law will have a key leadership role in his administration.
That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.